We've seen it in the movies. Now let's see if it's true. Everybody has a summer holiday, doing things they always wanted to. So we're going on a summer holiday to make our dreams come true. For me and you. We're going where the sun shines brightly. We're going where the sea is blue. We've seen it in the movies. Now let's see if it's true. Everybody has a summer holiday, doing things they always wanted to.
It's fantastic, isn't it? It's a wee stop. First wee stop.
First pee stop, yes, and I needed it, believe you me.
Oh, gents. 1096.
1093. Living. Oh, a bit tight here.
Nice sky. So, last night was alright actually, wasn't too cold. I slept much better last night than I did the night before, which is good because I was on my way home at 1 o'clock the night before. We've got a day of doing checks on the equipment, medical checks, and packing and repacking our bags ready for the off in the morning. So here we go.
Can't believe me like that. Kicking me up the arse.
Yep, and then leave them scattered.
Sí, sabiendo te digo que te
mira qué bonito son todas en la moda.
camino ocurre, ¿verdad? Va, vaya a haber dormido, creo que le dicen nada. Que tengo la jaiba.
Will it work?
And don't be mistaking those for Kendall mint cake or anything.
No,
Okay?
oh God, no.
I know, but Dr. Amin put it on my sheet, and they were having a right kerfuffle, lad. I tell you, I was nearly coming home.
At least my name's Dr. Roberts.
No, serious.
So you have to hold the red bit.
Bien tenir puissamment dans la main la partie rouge.
Hold it firmly.
Enlever le petit couvercle en plastique.
Take off the cap. Take off the
Celui
bottom one.
exactement. Bien au-dessus de la tête, les bras un peu à la verticale.
Hold it above your head.
Oh!
Right, this is race day, day one. We've been here 2 days already, so that's been 3 nights without showers or toilets, baths or soap. So it's all beginning to smell a bit in the tents, but they're coming in and dismantling our tents so that we can they can then move us over or move the bait. Next one, it's my tent over there, I think. Tent 96, about to get flattened by a lorry who is going to come straight at me just to prove a point. Anyway, in fact he's the water lorry, so we're about to have another queue in the next 5 minutes for water. I'm going to go and get in that queue while I've got a chance. About 2 minutes and another queue. I will be so happy to stop queuing. This is our tent coming down on. There we go, that's it boys. Next tent's 18 miles away. Good luck everyone. Have a good day. Sahara Shuffle from here on in. Just see how it goes. Sand. But we're off. Helicopter. To the lads, we've got to make sure stay in front of. Here we go. Day one, mile one. Off we go. See you in a bit. I'm only, I don't know, 2 or 3 miles into it, but already it's spread out and barren. Merci. Right, this is arriving at first checkpoint on day 1. Here we go. Find my number. 601 to 800, there we go. Go and get some water and check my feet. Right, here we go. Only about, I don't know, 13, 14 miles into it, and that's the first call out to the doctor that I've seen. So heading off back. Right. Thing is, only about I don't know, maybe 12 miles, 12, 13 miles into it. But it's about, I don't know, it's about 40 degrees, which when there's a breeze isn't actually too bad. When the breeze stops, like it has now, it's just like hitting a wall of heat. And there was a couple of people back there when you get to the top of the hill. And you come over the top and the breeze stops. They've just keeled over. It's gonna be fun. No taxi. Oh, I'm going to have to make my own way then. Right, I'm just leaving checkpoint 2 on day 1. So, I've got the routines first of getting my water, filling that up. Got a snack, and I've given my feet a chance to air. So I've got 4.4 miles, I think, back to base camp now, and then that's day 1 out of the way. And if I can get back there with my calf and feet intact, it'll be a very good day. So that's it. Sand, look. It's like wading through treacle. So, and if it's not like that, then it's like that. It's like running on hardcore. Well, this is hardcore running. But anyway, more sand. He's in the sand. Okay. I'm going to get on with it. Base camp, 4 miles, 4.5 miles. I should be having my teriyaki chicken. Okay, off we go. Look, over there somewhere is base camp, day 1. Christ. Although That's it, I can see finish line for day one. Although it looks like someone here is having a tough time. Helicopters. That can only be a couple of miles. Joan Armour trading going. So here we are, tent 96, end of day one.
Yeah, ignore this rather snug looking top.
But there's
a space.
Danny's on a comfy bed in a medical tent.
I reckon he's milking that, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's
milking it like
Being lorded over by nurses.
Yeah, he's just having a little lay down on a nice comfy bed.
Do you think they're going to pull him out?
No, I don't think they
I don't think they'll pull him out tonight. I think they'll probably give him till
benefit of the doubt, won't they?
they'll probably give him till tomorrow. I'll tell you what. There's a certain. There's sorry. There is a certain. I don't know. We're allowed to charm in the fact that you're actually all over yesterday, and yet this morning you have been resurrected. Which on Easter Sunday, Monday, wherever we are. He's back. Didn't bring any eggs with you though, did you?
No, he's still
Tent 96, walking to the start. Yeah. To concentrate on where I'm running, but you see what I mean when it's either sand or rubble. Running through at the moment. Hard work is quite bruising on the underneath of your feet. That's a long way. We're in.
Day 3 and we're going. Oh yeah. He's got it, Paul's got it.
Is that my tent, boy?
Here we go. I don't know what we're laughing at.
Dad, see you in the tent tonight on the trip, I'm bringing that up.
Day 2 was a pig. A proper pig. I hated it. But I'm on the start line of day 3. Paul's on the start line of day 3. Danny and Ian are on the start line of day 3. Sadly, Mark is not on the start line of day 3. And we can't decide whether he's braver than we are. I think he probably is. Because he's made the call. But we just want to get on with it now, but we're going to have to go through the happy birthdays.
Happy birthday, les amis.
Happy birthday to you. Hey.
Bon anniversaire Manuel, bon anniversaire Robert. Et un petit départ, un petit peu de musique avant le
They
départ.
never get that right.
What's wrong with it?
We started singing at the end of the song.
Oh, yeah.
Départ dans 2 minutes.
They never get it right.
So, when you look at your road book, which gives you the plan of what you're doing for the day, and it shows it as being almost flat, it means that's just what you've got to get up and over. It can't be any worse than yesterday's though. So, onward. These bits are kind of the hardest. The sun's full height, and although it's reasonably flat and solid here, it's not so much as a breath of air, and it just drains. We're still on this sort of stony surface, which you've got to concentrate really hard on, because you'll either twist your ankle or trip over. There was a Japanese girl back there who went over. I don't know what it is about the Japanese, but their backpacks are nearly the same size as them. She was like a turtle. So, but I'm getting on with it. Yesterday was an absolute nightmare. There was a period before, between checkpoint 2 and 3, which was like this, and it just drained everybody. You got to checkpoint 3 and then had to go up over that hill, and about 3/4 of the way up that hill my calf went, and I thought, that's it. And I sat there and I tried to do another 10 paces, and I sat, tried to do 10 paces, and then I looked at my map to see where, how far it was back to checkpoint 3. Right, so bit of an equipment malfunction then. So, as I was saying, I sat up there and I knew my race was done. I was imagining the cold beer I was going to get once I'd bailed out, and I had the choice of going back to checkpoint 3 or over the last of the hill and to the finish. I decided if I could get to the finish, then at least have a chance of it for later night, and then I could decide whereas if I went back to checkpoint 3, then it was definitely done. And the other thing was, me being me, I couldn't deal with going back along the path that I'd come along. So I carried on. It was good being back. Oh, I'm just going to get down in my arms, thank you. It was good being back at the tent. Ian was already there. Mark came in next, and then Paul, I went out to see Danny come over the line. He only made it with about half an hour to spare before the cut-off. But considering the state he was in the night before, it's a miracle he made it at all. When I knew he was in the medical tent, I took my camera and I said to the boys when I was going, if he looks like he's going to make it, I'll take a picture, because it'll be quite funny to look back at some point. If it doesn't look like he's going to make it, I'm not going to take it, because that would be cruel. I didn't take a picture. His eyes were bloodshot red, and he didn't know, well, it didn't look like he knew who he was. The funny thing was, they tried to take his number off him, which that meant he was out. Oh no, he wasn't having any of that. No. So anyway, I gave my calf the night, read my emails, which were brilliant, and then got some serious painkillers, and somebody's lent me a pole, which is helping me take the strain off my calf. So here I am, day 3, still going. So there's not much here. I've got to say, don't come and do this race for the views. Right, I'm going to get a break for a while. Be another one down. Don't know what to say really. Right, let's have some spectators on the course. Oops. It is so hot. There's people keeling over. Hello. Hello. You know, for a moment there I seriously thought about seeing if I could get a lift. Right, I'll keep going, onward.
Carry on.
You carry on, guys.
Don't mind us.
You're not ready. Leave at 10 in the morning.
Steady.
So I'm trying to eat my breakfast. Teriyaki. Teriyaki chicken for breakfast this morning. Where's my bottle? Oh, you're not ready? Your tent.
Well done.
Hey, take it down over your head. No, it's sat in the desert.
So you know he's considered a crap.
Oh, sorry, mate.
What do you reckon, 4.5 hours in?
Yeah.
Okay, mate.
Thanks, standard.
What else then?
That can be the same.
Big day today. 51 miles. It's the only time I'll get to see the leader of the race. It's day 4 and they scoot through on day 4. They start 3 hours behind us, so I'm at checkpoint 2. And here they are. Anyway. He's thought twice about that now. He needs to get his water card stamped. They're amazing. Amazing. So, oh. It's another day. This is the view. It's kind of what it looks like down there. It's kind of what it looks like over there. There's a dead thing there. And that's it. 50 miles. I can't wait for it to get dark. That looks like a good spot. It's the first bit of shade we've had all day. Just plodding along. You alright? Oh, there it was gone. Hello, mate. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Oh. It's hot, isn't it?
For another hour and a half.
Yeah, sounds.
Get through that.
Let's chill there. Oh. sun's gone down. Hey! Still the same landscape. It's bloody barren. Without 40 something degrees. So I've still got another 30 miles, 25, 30 miles to do tonight. It's cooler. Oh, do you know, I've had a lot of time to think about this, and I hate it. I hate this run. I hate every bit of it. I love the camaraderie in the tent. The guys are brilliant, but the rest of it is on your own, and it's rubbish. Right. Oh, can't see where I'm going. I'm using the torch elsewhere. Middle of the night now, so at least the temperature's dropped, but it's near as damn it impossible to work out the terrain with the torches. You keep sort of tripping over sand, so, or stones even. But, oh, this has been the hardest, most painful, loneliest day of my life. I've got a dot on my head. That's where the torch has been. So it's just plodding now. Got to the end. I've nearly broken the back of this race. I think I have. I think about it. I've got the marathon to do, and 13, and whatever's left tonight. So 26, 36, 39. I've got less than 50 miles to go. Right, I have to get on with it. See what I mean? I've hated it. Hated it. Anyway, I'm going to get on with it. Left foot, right foot. Left foot, right foot. Left foot, right foot. Okay, onward. This is all I can see. It's all I've been able to see for the last couple of hours. Oh, hang on. Oh, right. I'm going downhill. Oh, I'm over. You can't see what you're doing. It's just sand. Oh. Sand. Miles and miles of bloody sand dunes. Yeah, same. I'm having a nightmare. water's disappeared. I don't know when it's gone. I don't know how far it is to the next checkpoint. So, I'm either going to have to just hold on or find someone who's maybe got some spare. Bit of a worry. Anyway. I don't suppose the camera's gonna... Oh, there you go. So that's that laser goes all miles, and that's what we've used to guide us into this checkpoint. I've just woken up. 10:96. I got in at 3. Faffed about with my feet until 4. It's now 6:30, so 2.5 hours kept. But it's 6:30 in the morning and that's 10:96. There's no one here. Look. There's my friends. I'm not good on 2 hours, Kip. Yesterday was horrible. Horrible. It was great when the sun went down. But it was really difficult running on the sand then, because you just couldn't. Your torch doesn't give you a perspective on the sand dunes. I ran straight into one. I thought the slope was like that, and it was like that, and I just ran straight in. Poof. It was the hardest, most painful and loneliest night I've ever had. Loneliest day. It was hard. Just because, and the temperature's 47 degrees. That means you go in the swimming pool, or you go into air-conditioned rooms, or you go and drink cold beer. You don't run 51 miles. It's insane. And it was painful. Because everything's hurting. The calf's obviously hurting. The calf's obviously hurting. But everything else is hurting now as well, so even with the painkillers, it sort of takes the edge off of it. It doesn't stop it. But my shoulders, you know, we've been trying to, everyone in camp tries to shed the weight of their their backpacks, yeah, because they're just crippling our shoulders. But it's got to the point where, you know, I've got the sun cream here, and you sort of empty it out so that you've only got enough that you need left. And you know, we've been binning safety pins and the box off of the spare batteries from the Duracells just to save that those few bits of weight. And then I look down at my bag and I'm still carting carting a bucket and spade around the desert. Must be a muppet. And lonely. Yesterday, I must have been out there, 18 hours. And I probably had 4 conversations. Everybody was dealing with their own shit. You know, everybody's hanging in tatters. Everyone was running their own race, and you'd sort of, you know, there was lots of, you know, how you doing, well done, and all that sort of stuff. But you were passing people, and then, you know, you'd meet somebody who, you know, actually you could have a conversation with, but then, you know, inevitably they'd hit a bad patch, or you'd hit a bad patch, and you can't then stop for other people. Or you'd get to a checkpoint and they'd be doing something different. I met some of the guys from the tent next door, and they were going at a great pace, and it was great, you know, it was good for me to tack onto. But I was going to, when we got to checkpoint 4, they wanted to, you know, have a drink and then head straight on, whereas I knew I needed to eat at checkpoint 4. So I stopped and I didn't see them again. Which is a bit odd because I came in before them. So everybody was having their, you know, their time alone and their epiphanies, I suppose, what they were here for. Apparently today we get an ice cold can of Coke. I can't tell you. Something so simple. Can mean so much. It's pathetic. Not even Diet Coke. This race has been all about queuing. You queue for everything, and even after the long stage, you know, I've got people queuing for the doctors. It would be remiss of me to not show you at least what the sum total of the toilet facilities are. In fact, this is it. This is as good as any facilities get on this, and they come along and they drill 3 holes. Don't even want to touch that newsstand. And that's it. Good luck with that. It's vile. Look at the flies. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Which is why people end up just going off into the bushes. The problem is that as the race goes on, people venture shorter and shorter distances. So you get some spectacular scenes that you'd really rather not have. We do have a number of blisters to deal with this morning. But I'm trying to get my order of importance sorted out, so I've got to try and get my hands clean, which isn't easy, and get my feet clean. So, I've got some of the tape off. Don't know what's going on with all this. That's horrible. And then we've got, there's one there. There's one there. There's one. Hang on. There. Then we move on to that one there. There's another one there. So I'll try and get them sorted out. So it's going to be sore. Right, I've got my hands clean, and now I've fashioned myself a foot bath. They label all the bottles. Fashioned myself a foot bath so that I can try and get my feet a little bit clean. So put that in there like that.
Oh dear.
Welcome back.
Fucking terrible last 5 hours that was.
Yeah, but you're back.
Yeah, we're back to fight another day. No problem. Try breakers, but they can't. They can't do it. Q set. That was tough. That was really tough. Checkpoint 4 to 5 and then 5 to 6 were just
Horrible.
unreal, weren't they?
Horrible.
But done, and we're ready for tomorrow.
Another queue. This time it's a queue for a new number, so that we look good for the sponsors tomorrow, and a can of Coke, which I can't wait for.
Or get the strap in again.
No, he's actually eating on. Made me spill it now. Who would ever have thought Coca-Cola
would taste so good.
I hate full fat Coke, but not today. This is the point of the day where we can be observed doing our nightly ritual of cooking our dinner. It involves boiling some water on our little stoves and then slinging it into your meal of choice. Tonight I am on chicken korma with rice, although my favourite has been the chicken teriyaki by far. So yeah. And then the highlight of the night is when the lady comes round and delivers us our emails. I don't know if you can see that. They all come on a sheet like that. That's emails from people, and it's absolutely brilliant. So, get running, you lazy bastard, from Nathan Camponi. Thank you. So, some brilliant. Been brilliant. Thank you everyone for these. Part of surviving in this race has been the ability to adapt certain bits of kit. So I've cut off part of my matting to go under my shoulders because I've been in so much pain. Paul here has taken his buff, which is probably around his neck, and has tied it round his testicles because they are shredded. He's very proud of the fact that it is adjustable.
It is
on the
indeed
move.
adjustable, as you can see, in Dayglow Orange.
His balls are Dayglow red.
I should invent that.
These are a nightmare, a bit like an assault course. Oh, we're up, and then you just drop down. And it's more like a modal field. Up and down, up and down, up and down. So when I get back in the evenings, I've got these letters that Izzy wrote me. And this one reads, tomorrow you're coming home. Got a few beers to have first. I'm so proud, and I bet all those ladies with breast cancer will be too. One more day's running, one more push. I know you can defo do it. Go for it, Dad, now more than ever. Loads and loads of love, Izzy. And it's just brilliant. It's just stuff like that that's just got me through this. I don't know why I'm here. So, we're in, barring my leg falling off in the night. Tomorrow's the finish. 13.1 miles.
Bye!
Can crawl it if you have to. And then I'll be trying to work out what it was all about. How are yours?
Right. Just a quick resume of the week. Sunday, trip. Almost out. Monday, bouncy. Nice run. Over the hills, stuck on a mountain, throw it up. The Lord sends a packet of sweets. Danny's over the top. Complete. Wednesday, brutal. Hot, flat, piece of cake. Throw you up, no more. Thursday, long day. Blisters all through the camp. 26 hours on a bowl of porridge. Piece of cake. Friday, marathon day. Dance before we start. Dance over the line at the end. No blisters. Saturday morning, and here we are. Friends in the 10 can't walk. Danny, no blisters. We'll be going over the sand dunes all day. No blisters. Over the finish line. Danny dancing. MDS, Peter piss.
I just
Hi, Paul. Day 1, blisters. Day 2, more blisters. Day 3, more blisters. Day 4, more blisters. Day 5, Danny dancing over the line. He hasn't got any blisters. Day 6, I'm going to get more blisters. The NDS, a nightmare.
I just need to show. What one thing?
You're not going to show them.
My volleys first.
Go on.
Just have a look at these.
Hey, what about them babies?
Oh yeah. You're jealous.
Yeah.
Are you jealous of the war wounds?
I'm jealous.
Imagine when you go home and you show your feet and everyone's like, oh, what?
Yeah, where's the tip of the big toe? Give me that one. That is just brutal.
They're all nicely dried up.
So there you go. That.
That'll be good fun. I'll get some good sand just digging right into them. So I can cut them off later. Yum yum yum.
The MDS. Day 1. Bit of an eye opener. Dancing on the line at the start. Visiting Danny in hospital at night. Day 2. Start to checkpoint 1, good fun. 2 to 3, horrible. I think I call it digestive confusion at checkpoint 3, several times. Calf pulled near the top of a hill, race finished. Decision, walk back, hand in number, get to the finish, hand in number. Go to the finish. Sleep on it, painkillers. Done. Day 2. Day 3, brutal. Recorded at 52 degrees, but thankfully flat, so chance for my calf to have a rest. Danny and Paul stagger in sometime after sunset. Day 4, long day. Now, hot, struggle with the heat, slow down. Sun goes down, I pass 300 people and leap up the standings and come in at 3 a.m. Marathon day. Yeah, good first stages, slightly overcast, temperature a bit lower, got on with it. Sun comes out, I slow down. Finished, Danny dances over the line. Is that it? Today? Last day. Sand dunes, going to be brutal. bit like going up an escalator, backwards, forwards, down escalator, upwards. I don't care. I don't care. It's going to be tough, but there's a beer at the end of it, and that'll be it. MDS done. God for that. I'm going to be detoxing for a week to get off the painkillers that I've been taking, like Smarties, for the last 6 days. So, Kentucky fried chicken. So that'll be it. My MDS. Never again. Hated it.
Hi, just wanted to talk you through some of my kit. Jason's asked me to do that for you. These are CWX ventilator leggings. They ventilate on the quads and the calves there. Very good. I found though that they just didn't ventilate in the right areas, so I done a bit of adaptation and I ventilated them here, which for me was perfect really, as I was suffering from quite a bit of chafing. I might phone CWX to see if this will take off. Yeah, so that's about all. If you ever do the MDS, think about rear ventilation. It helps. Thanks. I'm in shock that I'm not in the bottom 50. I'm horrified.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He'd never get up.
Okay, good. Keep your hand along the body. Look at me a little. Face me and really British phlegma, you know, attitude, very distinguished and like if it was not ridiculous, you know, this kind of attitude. Okay, serious, look at me seriously. Very good.
Oh, come on, take it seriously.
These two conspired to get in the bottom 50 yesterday.
Right.
Now start. They've just found out they came in 51st and 52nd. Oh.
It's really it's funny.
Yeah.
People who
Oh.
Perfect. Right, chief in place.
He's Cockatoo.
Is in place. It's a different design today. I've gone for the rear adjustment. With tape at the front.
Yeah, man. Continue.
30 seconds to go.
Allez, notre jus. Ouais. Allez, c'est celui-là. Attention, 10 secondes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soyez prudents.
Okay, here we go. 21k over the dunes.
Look at this. More spectators out on the course. Didn't think I was going to see this moment. About 4 miles and finish. Admittedly with a few monster sand dunes to deal with. Other than that, ready for my medal. Well, I'm here, look, sand dune, finish. And I've made my sand castle. That's it. My job here is complete. I'm going to go across the finish line now. I've had enough.
Attends, je prends en photo.
Cheers, guys.
Would you like some tuna in tomato sauce?
Just over an hour before my bus leaves. 6-hour journey, cold beer.
Did they know we were getting on 19?
Ian, yeah, I told him. Done. Oh yeah. Check it out. Check this out. Oh yeah. What do you want to say, Ian? What do you want to say?
Cheers. That's the first of many, let me tell you. Which is like a noose with 2 bits that you can adjust it with. And then I was getting ready one morning and I was struggling, and these are all talking to that Italian lady in Sarah.
Separate and support.
Yeah. And I walked away and I just heard everyone burst out laughing. I went, them f***ers have told it. I come back and they went, yeah, we just told Sarah about your buff, where your buff is.
And bugging me, we're running we're off down the lane, we're in between one or two of the checkpoints, and his buff's hanging out.
Oh, do you know what you were there when I trimmed the seams on my leggings, weren't you? Oh yeah, I come out with this bright idea. I'm going to trim the seams on my leggings, that's what's causing me all the damage. So I trimmed the seams on my leggings and my leggings split, so I've got a pair of chaps now for the last 2 days.
He's nuts for that. He's nuts for that, his leggings.
An over-shoulder bowler over made out of 2 buffs.
I was having a nightmare. This is great. Going down to Sandy, it's checkpoint 6 along there. I threw a little tantrum because I had sand in my shoe. Sat down like that.
Like a big kid. So I walked off and he left.
So I was like walking behind going, I hate this. I hate being here. Why am I here? This is a disaster. Got to checkpoint 6 and I was going down. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep. That's all. I want to go to sleep. Just go, come on, let's get it over with.
Come on.
It's like a 2-year-old kicking my feet behind them, walking down the hill.
And this is the queue to get our t-shirt. And that's a man. That's a man with a hat.
To say 3 things. Firstly, well done to everyone else. Secondly, thank you to Tent 107 for and thirdly, I've really been touched by the number of people that said well done and cheered me on during the long stage when I sort of ambled past. It's been really inspiring and genuinely I'm as proud of this as anything else that I've achieved. So thank you very much and enjoy the rest.
About day 3, I was starting to realise I was having a bit of a problem. Not just with my feet, but in my nether regions. A slight bit of chafing happens to professional runners with the sand. So, with such big balls, as Ian's just said.
Space hoppers.
I am married now. Probably why they're so big. So I decided to take my buff, which I no longer have for obvious reasons, and come up with an ingenious way of twisting a loop in the buff and sort of hooking it round my you-know-what and adapting it so I could alter each side. So if the left was rubbing, I could give it a little tweak and tweak it the other way. And alternatively, if the right was tweaking, I could give the left a little tweak and tweak it the other way. Unfortunately, it all come to an end as my buff found its way out of my shorts, which I had cut the seams out of a little too closely and created a new pair of chaps, which let in even more sand over the next 3 days. I don't think it'll catch on. Maybe next time I'll think of something else. I did try taping them, which is very difficult to get off in the shower afterwards. After a week of taping you got your whatnot, but I got there. Thank you.
Would you do the Marathon des Sables again?
Absolutely not. No.
Would you do the Marathon des Sables again?
Next year. Oh, what's it come? Cracknell? 11?
12.
11's on the card. I'm there,
Oh,
I'm there
11
next
on
year.
the
So you will do it again?
I have unfinished business.
That's not the case. Will you do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course I'll do it again. It's what I do.
Why? Did you get any blisters, Dan?
None. I've got to come back see if I can get a blister.
So you would do the Marathon des Sables again?
Yeah. I'd do it next week if we could stay.
say?
Jason, it would be a cold day in hell before I would do the marathon. Sorry.
So that's when it comes out.
Okay, that's a touch. There's no loo roll left. I had some in my pocket. That could have been a disaster.
We said he got no shops so they could use either.
No, I had some in my pocket. Fuck for that.
Thank